Hi, friends. Happy Wednesday. Today, I'd like to share a devotion I received earlier this week from Cameron Trimble. In it, she relates one of her favorite stories, a Tibetan Buddhist fable called The Shambhala Warrior. Over 12 centuries old, the story of the Shambhala Warrior teaches us that the world will not be healed through violence or aggression, but through gentleness, courage, and self-knowledge. We discover the basic goodness of human life and radiate that goodness out into the world for the peace and sanity of others. Let's listen now. There comes a time when all the earth and its life is in danger. Barbarian powers have arisen. Although they waste their wealth in preparation to annihilate each other, they have a lot in common. Weapons of unfathomable devastation and technologies that lay waste to the world. It is now, when the future of all beings hang by the frailest of threads, that the kingdom of Shambhala emerges. You cannot go there, for it's not a place. It exists in the hearts and minds of the Shambhala warriors. And you cannot recognize a Shambhala warrior by sight, for there is no uniform or insignia. There are no banners. There are no barricades from which to threaten the enemy, for the Shambhala warriors have no land of their own. Always they move on the terrain of the barbarians themselves. Now comes the time when great courage is required of the Shambhala warriors, moral and physical courage. For they must go to the very heart of the barbarian power and dismantle the weapons. To remove the weapons in every sense of the word, they must go into the corridors of power where the decisions are made. The Shambhala warriors know they can do this because the weapons are mind-made. And this is very important to remember. These weapons are made by the human mind, so they can be unmade by the human mind. The Shambhala warriors know that the dangers that threaten life on earth don't come from evil deities or extraterrestrial powers. They arise from our own choices and relationships. So now, the Shambhala warriors must go into training. How do they train, I asked. They train in the use of two weapons, said the master. The weapons are compassion and insight. Both are necessary. We need the first one, he said, lifting his right hand, because it provides us the fuel. It moves us out to act on behalf of others. But it, by itself, can burn us out. So we need the second one as well, which is insight into the dependent co-arising of all things. It lets us see the battle is not between good people and bad people, for the line between good and evil runs through every human heart. We realize that we're interconnected as a web, and that each act with pure motivation affects the entire web, bringing consequences we can't measure or even see. But insight alone, the master said, can seem too cool to keep us going. So we need as well the heat of compassion, our openness to the world's pain. Both weapons or tools are necessary to the Shambhala warrior. Good religion, coming from the rich wisdom traditions of all our world traditions, point to this essential truth. Everything is interdependent, and love and compassion are the highest work of the soul. Jesus taught this, the prophets taught this, the mystics taught this, Mohammed taught this, and today, the Buddhist tradition teaches us this one more time. We're in this together, friends. Let's all stay well. Amen.